Yes, people, it's Keishan Prince here. In this video, I'm going to talk about players suffering from abuse, primarily sexual abuse. Doing a lot of cases with a lot of players, even senior players, etc., had a lot of going through a lot of trauma of coaches. Some coaches abusing their power. I had one of late, I believe it was this year, January. Speaking to a lad over here playing for a side in the football league, and he was, should I say, told by the manager, if you want to do X, Y, Z, go ahead, then you've got to do X, Y, Z to me. And I couldn't believe it, and I believe there's something going on behind the scenes regards to this. And just off late, this guy here that you see, Emmanuel, or everybody know him as Manny, those who grew up in Lambeth, Vauxhall, Larkhall Park. I actually knew this guy, you know what I mean? And this guy has been now sentenced for 15 years as he's been found sexually assaulted 7 boys. One of them actually came to one showcase event that I was a part of, I believe it was 2 years ago. And it's crazy because you never see it. I never saw this. I never saw it. No one ever sees it because it usually masks very well. And these guys have been molested from the ages of 14 to 18. And this is between 2019 to 2021. So this is something that's happened recently, and I don't believe he's the only one. I believe there's a lot of coaches that's still doing it to this day, and I believe there's some of you that's probably watched this video that this has happened to you in a professional environment, or even from someone who's got links in football, but this is how they treat you. Oh, you got to do X and Z to me. And I'm obviously, if you know me already, I'm here to jerk the cover, because I'm just going to talk how it is and what I see, and use platform to speak about these things. And as a young player, you should never put yourself in a situation where this can happen, i.e. this happened with these young guys when they had to travel to games on trials, etc., where he'll be at hotels with them and he will try and do it, or they'll go to his house. I used to see videos on WhatsApp where they used to go to his house and do things, and he would cook for them and stuff like that, and they'll stay over because that's how he welcomed me. So you parents and players, especially you players, if you're going to do any one-to-one sessions with any coach or anyone, you need to be like, okay, I need to see DBS number one. If they're DBS checked, or don't put yourself in a situation where you're by yourself and no one else can see. Okay, don't go inside their house. You can't take a chance, because these people today, trust me, it's sick. There's so much cases I could talk about, even recently in the last 3 years, where it's happened to young boys, 10 years old, 11 years old, by coaches up north and down south, abusing where they are in this position. So for those who are going through that, or has happened, I urge you, it's not easy. Patrice Evra actually spoke about how something happened to him when he was 13. There's a lot of professional footballers that it's happened to. Those that are playing the game, those that are retired, and some of them have gone away because as a man being abused by another man, it's a bit of a shame sort of thing, but it happened. I'm saying this because it's happened a lot. I've been doing a lot of psychology work, a lot of cases, etc., with a lot of young players. Not a lot of young players, but players that are like 20 years old, and this happened to them younger and XYZ, and and so you parents that have children, you need to make sure that you are not going to leave. You need to make sure that coach that you're dealing with is checked up properly, that you don't put your child in any vulnerable situation. You guys who have brothers and young siblings, you got to make sure that this is that basically that they're not by themselves. And like I said, do your research. They need to be FA chartered. Make sure they're registered with the London FA, DBS with the London FA, etc. And then, like I said, put yourself in a situation where it's not going to be you versus them sort of thing. Okay, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's a touchy one. You know, like I said, I know two of the boys was happened to with Manny. The others I don't know, but like I said, he's been sentenced to 15 years. But you know, these sort of guys who are doing this in the industry needs to be exposed. So let me know your thoughts about this. It's obviously something that I want to talk about because I see it happening a lot, and for you to be aware that this stuff happening now and it's probably happening to you, you need to go and seek help, etc., and talk up about it. All right.